If you describe a cheater, it's a person that has no loyalty, low morality, no ethics, no guilt. Think of it as a person who's robbing a bank, because the person who cheats on you robs you from your feelings, from your sanity, from your happiness, from your peace. And if a person doesn't mind robbing another human from that, while you can just easily walk away if you're not happy, but if you take the decision to cheat, and cheating takes a lot of planning. You have to hide, you have to be sneaky, you have to plan, you have to lie. So if somebody goes through all of that just to get some pleasure and to put the person they love and they value and the person that loves them, values them in that position, they would do it to anybody. Okay, you're not happy? Leave. You don't feel understood? Leave. You don't feel like you're valued? Leave. The cheater would tell their partner that I cheated because of you. I cheated because of how you act, how you treat me, how you make me feel. It's like, so hold on. You are literally blaming your partner for your low morality, no ethics, and no loyalty. How does that make sense? Go eat an ice cream, go cry at home, go watch Netflix, go to a therapist, hug a teddy bear in bed. There's so many options of things you can do. Why'd you cheat? That's a choice. Everything is a choice. So I'm sorry, but I'm ruthless when it comes to this. I'm red line. It's not a red flag when a person is bad because they show you they're bad. It's a red flag when you stay and you settle for something like that. So instead of me like dwelling in sadness and saying, oh, they're bad, they did it, I couldn't change, I couldn't do that, I couldn't change them, I couldn't help them. I don't go that route. From now on, I self-reflect. I go like, okay, they're bad, fine. But where did I go wrong? What did I do? Why am I settling? Why am I accepting? What am I doing? Why am I choosing same kind of people? Why do I have a pattern? Focus on yourself and self-growth happens when you give the space for yourself to self-reflect more than to blame all the time. So it was my fault. And I had to go through a lot of healing because I choose the wrong partners.
What patterns did you find, looking back on it now, for the woman or the guy who's watching this right now going, shit, I attract similar people and I'm 30 years old, I'm 35, I'm 45, and I still can't figure this shit out.
Yeah.
What's your advice to them on how they can self-reflect effectively so they can heal themselves and attract a different person?
You need to focus on the patterns. Why is every guy I'm in a relationship with exactly the same? The way they treat me, the way they cheat, the way they lie, the way they manipulate, the way they gaslight. And then I realized that I'm attracting men with the same pattern. And then I wanted to go deeper in that. And I wanted to understand why. I know I deserve more. Why do I settle? You don't value yourself. You have no self-worth. And that's why you settle for anything. We sit and connect. I feel like, oh my God, I've met him somewhere before. We're soulmates. We're this, we're this, we're that. It's not because we're soulmates. It's because that's the same shitty energy that I'm familiar with from before. So it feels like home to me because that's the only thing you know. That's the only thing you think love is. And then you start giving and giving and giving until you have nothing to give because you just want to be loved. They showed me they're bad from the beginning. Why did I ignore that? Why did I choose that? And then that's where you switch from a blame game to self-reflecting. And growth happens.
Nothing will actually change our life until we can take 100% ownership and responsibility.
Yes.
But things happen, experiences happen, events happen. And the only reason they happen is to teach us something. The moment we are playing the blame game or being victims, we're pushing out the learnings that are coming to us. One of the most primary things people need is love and connection. The bad thing is, it doesn't matter how we get it. I've seen it play out with people. They'll do negative patterns. They'll create problems in their own lives. Because when they have problems, they get attention, which is horrible because if they didn't have the problem, they wouldn't feel like they were loved.
They say if you were not served love on a silver spoon when you were young, you would learn how to lick it off a knife. They never told you that healing is a hard journey, it's a long journey. Healing opens your eyes to the extent that you walk in a room, you can easily look at people and realize their patterns where their growth hasn't happened and why they don't want to grow. I walk in a room sometimes and I sit and I go like, daddy issues, okay, abandonment issues, I get it. You read people's energy, but what are they doing about it? Nothing. They're comfortable, it's easy, they think it's normal. Nobody's like sitting down and self-reflecting nowadays, which is sad.
They think they can hide. People think they can wear a mask. They think they're fooling people, but they're really not.
Currently, there's this new coating spray from Germany, which goes viral in all of the social media because it uses a new technology called Hydro Shield X, which uses graphene to make a hydrophobic layer on the car paint and makes the paint shine in seconds. So I finally got the opportunity to test it myself, and the results are unreal. I almost couldn't believe it myself, but you just have to spray a few times and wipe, and the paint looks just like new, and it doesn't even get wet. It just takes seconds, and I finally don't have to waste time and money in the car wash anymore. This stuff was already viral in Germany, and it was only available there before, but right now started to ship worldwide, so I think the stock won't last long. But if you are quick, there are still a few of the sprays left. My advice, get yourself 2 of the platinum sets and save additional 20%, so get yours now.